Yo, what is up, guys? It's your boy Goose here, back at it again with another YouTube video. And I've been maining Greninja for a year now. Alright, it's been a year, and I'm gonna give y'all my thoughts on this shit. Alright, if you're gonna go into maining Greninja, you gotta, be ready to just have some of your true quote unquote combos just not work. You gotta be in for that shit. But other than that, the character is really fun, the movement is there. Um, I guess people think he's cool. He's not really that cool. I don't like Greninja as a Pokemon. What? No, no. He's like I don't know, maybe top 50 for me in Pokemon. He's just not that. He's not the coolest thing in the world, you know. Competitively, Greninja is a character that if you have a great matchup into certain characters like swordies, for example, you can just kind of unga bunga run into them, kind of just win based off because your character just beats them. Um, it's going to be an easy, good, fun time. But if you are having like a winning matchup, like on a zoner, for example, it's going to be annoying because it's only winning if you play the matchup, and that's like campy, grimy. You got to be kind of a cringe lord in order to win that. That's the only thing I say it kind of sucks about Greninja, and it kind of turned me off when I first was starting to learn him. But after a while, I guess you get kind of used to it. Another thing getting into it is his movement is a lot different than other characters, and he plays a lot different than other characters, unless you're like a Fox or like another bait and punish, kind of like ZSS or Inkling, because you have this game plan where it's baiting and punishing, right? But you're using your movement to do it with Greninja rather than like throwing out random ass moves with Inkling or like Wolf, for example, and doing it like that way. Your out of shield is also kind of really ass. People know that his out of shield is ass, but it's like way worse than you think it is. You do have footstool out of shield, but it's not going to really happen most of the time if your opponent knows about it. And then even then, your best option is honestly just like reset neutral or get the fuck out of there. You know what I'm saying? Your recovery is amazing. Greninja's recovery is really fun, and I like that you can just mix it up, and it's really good. Especially if people try to like two frame you, you can like change the angles or whatever, and that's really cool about the character. I want to go back and talk about the difficulty a little bit. Greninja is kind of hard to play the game with and get results immediately. He's one of those characters that you actually put in time into outside of like going to brackets and shit. I mean, that's most characters, but it's not like you're not playing Mr. Game and Watch. You're not playing Pithra. You're not playing like a Swordy. You're just going in there. You're not playing a Zoner. You're not playing Steve. You're not playing. All right, my bad, my bad. You're not playing an FGC. Um, no, you actually have to like think a little bit. And I know I said that in like my 6 months update because it's true. Like you have to think about what you're gonna do, and if not, you're just gonna get blown up for it because you're a little lighter. You're not like the lightest thing in the world, but you can get comboed a little bit. Minus some characters, there are some characters like Kazuya who we do really well into, which is a great matchup. Like I don't think I've lost a single Kazuya that I ever played. I think I've only played one Kazuya, but come on, it's like that. It's one of those things. You just don't lose. However, to his difficulty, Greninja feels really rewarding to play. So if you are interested in getting to get into this character, just don't expect immediate results and expect to have a little bit more of a tough time. I'm gonna go into my personal year here soon, but yeah, Greninja, you're gonna have to put in some effort. Learn his bread and butters, and then especially his neutral. That is the main thing. Getting it out of your head that you can like punish an out of shield option reliably and for free is a huge like, oh fuck, I don't got this, because like my last main Corrin had like Nair out of shield. He also had footstool, or Wolf has up B out of shield, Nair out of shield, whatever the fuck. His out of shield's amazing, but it's shit like that, and it's basically rewiring your brain a little bit. But it's not the biggest deal, and it's really rewarding after a while because once you do finally start to get wins, you earned them because you're working. I'm not saying you're working harder, but I am saying you're working harder than your opponent. Most of the time. Like when I lose to a Yoshi or some shit, I'm like, okay, you're not actually thinking about anything. All right. Anyway, I know I have a lot of character hate in my heart, but that comes from playing Greninja. Let's get into how my year went. Me personally, when I first started playing Greninja, obviously I'm gonna go O2. It's really fucking hard to get a new character and not go O2 unless you're like Tweak or somebody just is fucking nuts at the game. You got fundies, but during this year, I did finally win my first ever Smash bracket. It was a smaller bracket, but it was a round robin, and it was pretty fun. It was a good time, and it showed that, oh wow, this character can kind of do it in my region. It's just I have to be playing really well, or you know, be on my A game. And it also does help that our PR or like our top players didn't go to that bracket, so it was a little free, a little Mickey Mouse win. And I think most of the brackets I had won afterwards. I mean, every single bracket has been kind of like a Mickey Mouse free win. There's been one that was like there was a PR player there, but I said they weren't on their game. I think me personally. Anyway, another thing I also did during the year was I would upload my VOD reviews to YouTube so that way I can get outsider perspective onto what it was I was doing. Um, Also, joining the Greninja Discord did help a lot when I was first starting out. However, you kind of do grow out of it as you go on, but it still is really good information. And if you need to like look at matchups or what stages to ban, if you're unsure on a certain character, it's still good. Give it a look. But other than that, most of the information's kind of out there. Throughout the year, it hasn't been all fun and games. Greninja is one of those characters that will make you feel, he'll hurt you. He'll hurt you sometimes. You're gonna miss four up smashes in a row in a set. This has actually happened to me before, and I've lost a set for it. And you're gonna be, thinking about dropping the character, going to somebody a little more consistent. And yeah, that's valid. If you want a character with consistency, who's gonna 100% of the time always hit his combos, then Greninja may not be for you. And if I don't know, it's really hard to justify playing Greninja for consistency, just because even if you're 100% hitting your combos 100% of the time, they're gonna fall out of an up smash, they're gonna fall out of an up air, they're gonna fall out of a back air. It's just the name of the game. And then there's like character specific shit too, like Ganon's like up smash on Ganon just doesn't work on PS2 if he's like in a ledge trap scenario, or if he doesn't like tech it up or some shit. It just doesn't work. Um, but yeah, there's a lot of character crisis that can come with this character. So if you are looking to get into Greninja, just be wary that he's gonna give you you're gonna have a harder time. I know I've said it multiple times already in the video. It's just one of those things. But Greninja mains, we like things hard. You know what I'm saying, Shoddy? Anyway. Another thing that comes with this character is I didn't actually know before I picked up Greninja is that people thought his fan base or like their player base was, a little bit on the other side of the bench, if you know what I mean. I didn't know that. But it's kind of funny though. You're gonna get a lot of like hopping on it jokes. You're gonna be doing donuts on it, doing little hippity hoppity on someone's, meat stick. Anyway, that's but that's like outside of the game. Whatever. Looking into the future, I do have some goals like making PR in this city, because I think it would be funny to make PR in the city I moved into prior to the small town I used to live in, because I didn't make PR then and I didn't really care about Smash then. I'd just go because people would tell me to go. And then once I moved to the city, I actually started going to events. So it's been like about like a year and a half now. So it's kind of funny if I would make PR, but I do need to get better, and I'm not the best right now. So I hope to just improve overall throughout the next year and just become like a stronger player, build a stronger like game plan, because that's my main focus right now is building a good like autopilot so I can just get to the harder matchups or harder sets easier. You know what I mean? But yeah, that's about it. I do recommend Greninja if you want a character who is great against sword characters, does really good in the heavies, and does good into some S tiers like Min Min, Steve, Kazuya, Game and Watch is even. But like those characters you do decently well into. The only one I'd say is bad for us is like Snake. But even then, I personally don't think it's -2. I think it's like -1, maybe even. But yeah, I think Greninja is top 15, so I'm a little delusional there. Anyway, oh yeah, he's also really rewarding to play. Like your wins actually feel like deserved wins. But yeah, leave a like, subscribe. Let me know if you guys want to see anything else. If you guys, I'm gonna keep on uploading that one Path to PR series, so that way, I would like some outside perspective. Or if you guys notice anything about my gameplay, just leave it in the comments because I do read everything. I read like all the comments, and I actually take notes based on what people do tell me about the gameplay. So yeah, that'd be cool. Thank you guys all for watching. I'll see you later. Peace, 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 peace.